Hi everyone, John Yo Jr. here. Welcome to another episode of Retro Game Break, a short show where I try to beat my current high score on one of my favorite retro games and maybe teach you a thing or two as well. If you like this little time waster, please hit the logo and subscribe, and I'll put together a new show featuring one of my favorite retro games every week. And share in your comments your high scores on this week's game if you'd like, and maybe show me some other games you'd like me to cover in a future installment. So this week, we are headed into 1984 for Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. Man, do I love this game. I played it at the DuQuoin State Fairgrounds the summer that it came out. I played the hell out of it, but I have a love-hate relationship with it because it's so unforgiving. On the plus side, it included voice clips of Indiana Jones and Mola Ram. It had that striking John Williams music, and it had 4 different levels that covered all the coolest set pieces of the movie. In the game, you had to rescue children from the mines while avoiding the thuggy guards, then escape from the guards on a minecart, and then recover one of the 3 Sankara stones from the temple. And you repeated that level 3 times, but on the 4th go-round, instead of picking up another Sankara stone, you would fight Mola Ram on the rickety rope bridge. So if you were lucky enough to beat him on the rope bridge, then you'd go back to the Temple of Doom, and you'd run around collecting as many gold idols as you can for extra points. There were threats and hazards, and that little jerk Maharaj kid would stun you with his voodoo doll at really inopportune moments on the bonus level, and the level would just continue until you finally ran out of lives. And so you were trying to get as many points as you could before the game was over. Now, I was able to beat this game back in the day, but I had to choose the 2 quarters for 7 lives option. It was a very sneaky sales tactic, really, considering you weren't allowed to add a quarter to continue if you lost all your lives. So, before I get into this game, here are 10 tips that I think you should know if you're ever lucky enough to tackle this really fun game. Well, first things first, the little area where you decide what difficulty level you want to start on. During this level, if you destroy all the skeletons and the snakes before time runs out, you get a bonus. But you got to move quickly. If you run out of time or fall in the lava, you lose one of your lives. These ledges are treacherous and way easy to fall off. You fall from too high and you die. Also, if you touch a cobra, a guard, a bat, basically anything, you die. Lots of way to die in this game, sadly. Now, the first minecart scene is pretty simple, but you should always try to knock over that last barrel of oil to block any thugging pursuers. If they hit you as you get out of the cart, you lose a life. In later levels, you have to go past the thuggy guards or the dynamite quickly enough so they don't derail you, but not so fast that you can't avoid changing tracks when a dead end approaches. It's terribly tricky. The cultist sacrificial altar room. The first time you enter this room, you can easily race across the wooden plank and grab the Sankara stone. But watch the steam from the stone floor. It means that the floor is about to open and send you to a horrible lava-fueled death. Now, as the game goes on, you'll see spikes coming out of the floor. While you don't want to touch them, you can swing across them with your whip, and you won't be hurt by them. When too much time passes since you last freed some poor kid from their cage, Mola Ram will appear to toss a flaming heart at you. You can whip the heart, but in a few seconds he'll return and do it again. Freeing a kid from the cage will give you a temporary break, but if you freed all the kids, you need to proceed right for the minecart, because eventually this guy will start teleporting in and out of the game repeatedly until either you've left the level or he's hit you in the head with a flaming heart. Oh, incidentally, you don't have to free every child from the level. If you don't, you'll be informed that Mola Ram is pleased and you won't get any bonus points, but other than that, the game continues normally. But I recommend saving them all if you can. You get an extra life at 30,000 and 80,000 points, and frankly, you're going to need every life that you can get. Okay, so after you go through this game 4 times, on the 4th go around, instead of going back to the sacrificial chamber, you'll go out to the rope bridge to face off with Mola Ram himself. On one side are the thuggy cultists, and on the other side is Mola Ram tossing flaming hearts at you. You have to whip both of these hazards before they touch you. Trouble is, you can't move at the same time as you press the whip button, and they come at you from both sides very quickly, so actually getting to the end of the bridge is not at all easy. But if you do off Mola Ram, you go back to the Temple of Doom for one last go-round, and you want to collect as many gold idols as you can for additional fortune and glory, but more bats and guards are racing around trying to stop you. I presume that after you win the game, you just go back to your hotel and make out with the director's girlfriend. I mean, Willie Scott. Okay, that's my top 10 tips. I'm going to take on the game now. Am I going to beat my own personal high score? I don't know. I've been trying for a week. I'll just be happy if I can get past the Mola Ram level. If I do that, then I get to go back for all those gold treasures and fortune and glory, and we'll see what high score I can get if I can. I couldn't find any records of a high score for this game globally, so I'll just try to beat the high score on the emulator that I'm using for the game. So here we go. 7 lives, which will probably go very quickly on the later mine carts. Here is 1984's Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. Here we go. Come on. Yeah. Little bonus there. There we go. Well, that was hard. On we go, round 2. Whoa. All right. Oh, now they're mad at me. Ha ha! You missed me, bitch. Round 3. Hell, Thuggy Guard's falling out of the sky here. Haha! Oh shoot! Ah! What a punk! Come on, Indy. Okay. All right. No. Get away from me. God, you're annoying. Right. Oh. Oh God. Oh God. No. Whoa. All right. Oh my God. Cool. 6 lives. Oh, I did it! Woohoo! Yeah! Let's go make out with the director's girlfriend. Alright, let's go find some golden idols. Really? Oh. Oh. God. Okay. That's down. Sacred statue is near. Oh, crap. Oh. Oh, shoot. Ah. Where is the sacred idol? Nothing? Okay, I died. All right. Hey, high score. Good times. Yes! Yes, yes, yes. My 15-year-old self would be so proud of me. This is the first time I've knocked Mola Ram off the rope bridge in years. Only took about a week of practice, that's all. Unfortunately, even with all those extra lives in my back pocket, I couldn't pick up any extra gold idols. Didn't see them anywhere. Those cultists really hold a grudge. But I beat my own personal high score, so I'm happy. If any of you can do that, do any better, please let me know what your score was. And leave a comment in the comments section. Let me know what other retro games you'd like me to tackle in future installments. So, thanks for hanging out with me today, guys. Next week, we will jump into, let's say Burger Time. That's one of my favorite games. I'm going to try to blow out my old record, which might be tough because I have a pretty high score in the game right now. And this show was brought to you by me. So since I'm the sponsor, do you want to read a good book? When I'm not playing video games, I do love writing fantasy novels and illustrating graphic novels. And if you'd all be kind enough to head out to my website at johnuniverse.com, my medieval murder mystery, The King's Tournament, is still available for sale. I'll even sign it for you if you'd like, if you buy it off my website. Or you can also buy it from Amazon or barnesandnoble.com. My wife did the art, and she's pretty cool too. Thanks very much for joining me, guys. I hope you had fun. Hope you learned some things. Until next time, I'll see you after school in the arcade. Stay out of trouble, kids.